And ever since we came to this land, this country has
no doubt. Yeah. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
And though it's been too long, too many years have I.
Alright guys, welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. We're gonna be jumping into some The Lord of Rings Third Age. Let me just see that OBS actually picks it up. Oh, okay, it does. Nice. Excellent. Alright, so this is a game that is quite old, as you can see by looking at this menu. Oh, there's a trailer apparently. Sure, let's watch that.
The world of Middle-earth is changing. War is soon to come to our time. For a great evil has arisen in the east that threatens all of Middle-earth. Join us in our quest. Become our champion. Face the power of Mordor. And help to turn the tide.
So yeah, this is a game that basically came out directly after the trilogy of Lord of the Rings. And they even got Ian McKellen, you know, the one who plays Gandalf, as the main narrator of the game itself. Cheers to mice, welcome back as well. So this game is like a turn-based RPG in the Lord of the Rings universe. Plays basically it's kind of leaned on the movies, so it basically follows the entire story of the movies, just from like a different perspective. And you can like create a team, I guess, of like, you know, different characters. So you have like a human soldier, I guess. You have an elf sorceress. You have Hedhod the dwarf. Elagos the Dunedain. Then you have Morven, who's like a shield maiden from Rohan. And you also have like an like a spear dude, like one of the horse riders. And yeah, it's really cool. It's just really old. So this game has been it came out in like 2004 or 5. Can I skip this?
The world.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and start a new game before the trailer happens again. Take back Grammy. Let's jump into it.
The world of Middle-earth is changing. The beauty of the elves fades. It passes into legend, into myth, into dreams. The ancient spirits of earth, fire, air, and water, who once roamed this earth freely, are forgotten. But it was not always so. In Eregion long ago, the elves were given secret knowledge to forge great rings of power. They were precious beyond all else, for within each was bound the strength and will to rule. But they were deceived, for the giver of this knowledge was evil's great servant, Sauron. In the fires of Mordor he forged in secret one ring to rule them all. And with it Sauron enslaved the races of Middle-earth. But not all light diminished, for some stood fast.
So if it's a bit laggy, that's basically the GameCube version, you know. It's not like the stream or anything. But those cutscenes always look a bit laggy.
The ring was cut from Sauron's hand. Isildur, ruler of all free men, performed this deed. But he became weak, and the line of men failed. The ring escaped him as history became legend. Legend became myth. And things that should not have been forgotten were lost. Thus the Third Age of Middle-earth began. But the realms of man divided, and their great cities weakened. And in this age the evil powers again arise, yet some hoped for unity in the face of the coming darkness. To Rivendell, the elves called the greatest of all races. With them came Boromir, son of Gondor's steward. And there, at the Council of Elves, a great and desperate plan was conceived. Join us in our quest. Face the power of Mordor, and help to turn the tide. Welcome, warrior of Gondor. Your road here will not be an easy one, Much will be risked in the war that is to come. But you will justify my trust. This I sense with all my heart.
Stand aside, creature. You are in my way.
Right, there we go. Our first fight against Venasco. So they throw you directly into the cold water here. I'll save us so much. I'm hooking you up with so much nostalgia these days. Yeah, dude. This is definitely a nostalgic game as well. Another game I used to play on the GameCube. Welcome back, Levy. The Power of Mortar. Indeed. They're gonna show us the Power of Mortar. Yeah, Grammy, it truly is. Once you get to Shadow of War though, it's gonna look more like AC him. Oh, they're immune. And we're dead.
Return to the shadow, slave of Sauron.
That's Zavarzo or Levy. You take care of yourself. I hope you feel better soon. And I'll talk to you soon.
What grace has been given to me, let it pass to him. Let him be spared. To you I bestow this gift of my people. It braces the soul and binds the hearts of others.
I live because of your bravery, my lady. What favor might I grant you?
There is no time. Hurry, we must find you equipment and heal your wounds.
Adventure mode. You would travel across Middle-earth, find hidden items and battle groups of foes. Ganna the Grey speaks to you of events in Middle-earth. View these scenes in the epic scenes section of a menu. You received an epic scene from Middle-earth. View it now. So these are basically like the movie scenes that they showcase to you, which are narrated by Ian McKellen. And they're like exclusively narrated and cut together for, you know, this game. But they stem from the actual movies of Lord of the Rings.
Yes, my friend, I have marked you upon the long road from Minas Tirith. You come to Rivendell at the bidding of Lord Denethor. Your great captain, Boromir, has been summoned north, and you ride in his shadow. Yet others are aware of his mission, for a great evil has arisen in the east that threatens all of Middle-earth. A sinister force has been sent in pursuit of your lord. But now it has found you.
So, they attacked us, but the elf woman saved our life here. Summoned the horses. We're definitely gonna have subtitles later on. Difficulty, I'm gonna leave it on medium for now, because the game can get quite challenging if you don't actively want to farm I guess, you know, XP and stuff. And I just plan to, like, you know, play for the story, but do like a lot of other stuff we come across. But yeah, I don't want to go out of my way and, you know, like farm enemies or something like that. So yeah, looking at the menu here, we have Battlethor, which is our human soldier. This one we should focus on strength and constitution and speed, I guess. Maybe actually strength, dexterity and speed. But strength focused. And Itrial, the elf, she has to have a lot of spirit because she's like a huge like potential for like sorcery and stuff. Like those you know, water horses you saw, or water spirits, like they are really damn powerful. But she also has the ability to like revive and heal other allies, so that's like almost a necessity in certain fights. Because, you know, this being like turn-based, sometimes you have like phases where enemies have like multiple attacks after each other. And they can like kill, you know, multiple enemies at the same time. If you don't have reviving. Right. Let's have a look around. Ooh. Okay, for some reason the controls are inverted. Rotate view. Okay, apparently if you go on invert, it makes it normal. It's kind of tricky. You gotta invert this as well. Okay, that's better. Just contain items of value. Enemies will often lurk nearby, so be wary. Got the 3rd Age Gondorian Scouting Shield for Battlethor. So we're gonna equip this and get 5 armor. A light circular shield designed for use from horseback. And what's cool is, you know, it actually changes the character model. And you could also go ahead and I don't think you can currently, but at some point you can also run around and explore as any character that you have unlocked, which I find quite cool. So yeah, at the top left you see like this ball, right? When this like fills up or gets like to full transparency or 0 transparency, I guess, then it means an attack will trigger and you have to defend yourself. Alright, let's call the Loudwater Fury. And he's dead. So Itrial is really powerful with those abilities. And yeah, this being an RPG, you have of course an XP system and also levels. And you have to then invest, you know, stat points and stuff like that. So you can like really build a certain type of character for each of them. Using special attacks in combat costs action points. Certain items such as lamp bars or skills can restore a character's action points. Also, hey there, Waffle. Welcome, mate. How's it going, dude? Got a first age Galadrim Spirit Warding pendant for Ichigo. Just waking up. That's fair, Waffle. I hope you have a good start into the day. Okay, so don't really have AP here. Just use Fluid Strike, I guess. The Archer. You need coffee? Sounds good, Waffle. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing to start the day with. Let's skip so Barafok can do another Guardian Strike. Basically, by doing abilities a certain amount of times, you unlock new abilities. So you wanna use abilities whenever you can, instead of like regular attacks. Ah, I got your Waffle. Well. Definitely hope the coffee helps and a bit of water. Some Lampa spread, that's always good. Long bottom leaf.
I heard a voice. On the road.
Yes, I know.
Who could it...
Patience.
I'm looking for Boromir of Gondor. Have you seen him?
No. But I do see orcs ahead.
I got you, Waffle. Okay, let's increase the damage. That's like leadership ability. Then do some damage to one of the archers. Dead. We learned Orcbane, so that's a new ability. That's one of the fun stuff about this game, you know, like unlocking new abilities, characters, and stuff like that. Don't really have enough AP. Let's use the Lampa spread on Ichigo. Alright, let's go ahead and level up the strength. And for Ichir, we're gonna go for Spirit. Yeah, that works. Alright, that's a save point. Yes, let's save the game. Alright, that's like my old save. Apparently it's impossible to get 100% synchronization, because every time you look back into your save, you will basically end up before ending the game. So there's like no, you know, game after ending the main story. You always get to a point before you end the main story. But yeah, we played through it in 20 hours and 50 minutes. It's quite a good game time actually for such an old one. And that must have been like 1.5 years ago or something. Definitely streamed this one.
Inside, Gondorian. Your wounds must be healed.
Weapons. Provisions. The elves are very resourceful.
Long have we kept such way stations for times of great need.
I am Berethor, captain of the Citadel Guard of Gondor.
And I am Idriel. I serve Galadriel, Lady of Light. Take what you need, and let us be on our way.
Quest completed. Journey to the Elf Outpost. Quiet items can be used while exploring to heal and regain action points. Access them in the menu by pressing Start. Use your item command in combat to heal companions, harm enemies, and enhance abilities. Got the Gondorian Steel Citadel Guard Portion for Berethor. Nice. That's some good bunch of resources.
Creban spies! My caravan is in danger!
Those crows seem guided by some fell purpose.
It is the hand of Isengard. The White Wizard has betrayed us. Hurry!
Idriel is one of the elves of Middle-earth. They are a departing race, leaving these shores. For years beyond Cant, they lived in harmony with this world, awed by its wonders. This elf is a warrior among her kind. Do not underestimate them. Many have lived thousands of years, and possess wisdom and ability far beyond that of mortal men. And now one of their kind has smiled upon you.
Betrayal. Saruman declares war upon these lands, betraying all.
The elves forsake Middle-earth, never to return. Some of them shall briefly shelter at Rivendell. But evil grows strong in the Tower of Orthanc, for one of my kind now serves the enemy. Saruman the White has embraced madness and rages against this land. He covets greater power than you can imagine. I have learned firsthand of Saruman's audacity. Your sword is much needed here.
Alright, let's have a look here. More long bottom leaf.
Orcs are amongst them!
There are too many! They have no chance!
Help me defend them!
Yeah, let's increase our attack. Should probably take down the captain first. I'll save a PogChamp. Used to play this as a kid on Xbox. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I play this on the GameCube. But such a classic, isn't it? Ability, but at least at some point. That's a miss. Yeah, that's true. You could play this in co-op. I only played co-op once. But yeah, I did it with my brother. It's definitely quite a bit of fun. I also love playing the Evo, you know, battles. Like the other side. We got 3rd Age Elven Gold plated forward for Idrio, and the 3rd Age Steel Aphelion Long Sword.
They will trouble you no longer.
You have found him.
What do you mean by that?
It is nothing. Hasten to Rivendell. I have cleared the road for you.
I am grateful, but you must return now to the passes. We saw evidence of recent battle there.
Come, Gondorian. Some may still survive.
When a character has accumulated enough experience points, they will level up. It will gain stat points which allow you to increase your character's stats. The power of Galadriel. The elves depart but leave some of their power behind.
with every elf that sails across the Western Sea, Middle-earth is diminished. Some travel far from the heart of Elvendom on Earth, realm of the Lord Celeborn. Those you met are all that remain of a group that crossed these mountains. They make for the harbor, to the Grey Havens, and then beyond the White Towers, far beyond. But the gift of the elves is their ability to shape the unseen world. Lothlorien is defended by one of the wisest and most wonderful of these ancient beings. She has the ability to see far and peer deep into the soul of others.
I love these movie scenes that they included for the game. It's kind of nice, you know. I mean, I mentioned this before a couple times, but that Ian McKellen is actually narrating the game, like both these movie scenes, but also the in-game narration. Yeah, that's fair, Puck. Time for the Loudwater Fury. Who actually survived. Say that Winnie the dog, Ian McKellen had the most extensive occult library in Hollywood. Or did he? I had no idea. One of 3 warbands defeated. I want to make sure I go to like all of these isolated places, so we don't miss anything. Okay, let's get some health back. Like this. time you survive that. We learned Haste of the Elves. I think this allows us to give the next turn to a specific team member. And we learned Shattering Strike. Nice. Okay, let's get some action points to party. So Shattering Strike does melee take that lowers foe's armor value. Haste of the Elves just increases the rate of attack. I see. That should be the last warband. Let's go ahead and increase the strength further. And spirit as well. Damage. Not like this. Alright, so Constitution increases the character's max HP and increases defense against spirit power attacks. It's definitely good to have. I wanna definitely focus towards strength, but get Constitution decently up as well. Speed increases melee and range defense, decreased time between attacks and increases initiative. And dexterity increases the percent chance of striking an enemy with both melee and ranged weapons. This is quite good actually, especially for critical hits, I think. So I think we should focus into dexterity second, then go into speed, then go into health. Alright, we also have a new longsword. The one-handed sword forged for Gondor's Rangers. And for Idril we have the lower portion of elf armor, including a skirt over chainmail. Really increasing her armor like by a lot. Also use some embers. Ah, that's how you change the different character. Right, now we can also go around as Idril. In some areas, the Eye of Sauron will appear as your chance of fighting of battle grows. Damage we do already. Take some. Alright, so I feel like dexterity is also important for Idril. But speed definitely as well. I would say it's not as important for her to be super healthy, but it doesn't hurt. So we're gonna get Spirit to 30 and then we're gonna start skilling into the other stats here.
A man, badly wounded.
Wait for the wargs to approach.
They'll kill him.
Hold on!
Hello, lovelies.
You live?
No thanks to you. Can't you see I was hunting them? You want to use the crows? Lure the wargs in close. They kill faster that way.
You were of the Dunedain.
At your service, lady. You meant to help me, so perhaps you may.
Perhaps you should finish off the rest of the pack first.
Alright, there we go. We got Elegos unlocked. Elegos is probably one of the most powerful characters in the game because his bow shots can deal like the most amount of damage possible if you do it right. You may gain new companions over the course of your travels. Press whatever to review details about your party members. The Dunedain. Few scattered rangers remain here, bravely resisting.
This realm is far more dangerous than you can imagine, Venator. The elves guard their ancient ruins and patrol these hills, but their numbers dwindle. The only other force able to offer resistance is a small band of Dunedain rangers. They are the survivors of a fallen kingdom, yet still silently defend these lands. For now, huge wargs roam the countryside. They will slay many who are innocent of the danger, unless you lend the Rangers your aid.
Alright, so we have Elegost. Elegost naturally has more dexterity. So I think we should go for dexterity and strength. And depending on which path we go for him, maybe even spirit, because he does have a few magical abilities. Yeah, here for example, summon a lightning storm that strikes all foes for heavy damage over time. Yeah, I feel like these skills could be interesting because they have like additional effect. Down here we just have, I mean, True Shot is, I think, the ability that deals the most damage possible if you use a couple items first. I guess both could be good. But the thing is, often you don't get into enough battles, like through the entire game, to actually get those last abilities unless you actively grind towards that. So I don't know, maybe we do that, maybe try to grind. But yeah, I would love to get some really powerful abilities, that's for sure. Alright, let's go for dexterity to 20, strength to 20, speed to 15, and more strength. Alright, let's go up here first. Doing damage to enemies will fill your party's momentum meter over time. When the momentum meter is full, your party enters perfect mode and can unleash a more powerful attack. I think we should actually just go to Spirit Fighter Ghost because we need AP and he has like lots of like high cost abilities. We got the 3rd Age Haven Steel Longsword for Ichio. Very nice. And that's 1 out of 3 Warg packs destroyed. I wanna make sure I find all of these for that extra XP. Alright, let's get strength to 30. For Ichio we're gonna get the constitution up to 15. Fighter cost, we're gonna get the strength further upgraded. Sword forged by the shipwrights of the Grey Havens. Glowing Palantir will appear as you approach enemies. Make sure your party is prepared for the upcoming battle. Yep, we're good. So yeah, sometimes you will notice that I play it a bit slower. That's because I want to learn more abilities, right? So, for example, here we could just keep attacking him, but given that the Warg doesn't take until like 6 turns, we can, you know, instead learn some abilities. We learn Company Valor. Which increases the odds of a group hits and enemy misses. That's actually quite good. Let's see a Bearfall. Observer Kobe. Welcome to the game that you redeemed. And yeah, that music is so good. I use like a lot of the original soundtrack of the movies, but also have some of our own music composed, which is also quite nice. Okay, so basically the story begins with Metaphor. Metaphor is a Gondorian scout, and he basically gets attacked by Nazgul. And those Nazguls would kill him if it wasn't for Itrio being there, who's a Lothlorien scout and elf. Who basically revived him and saved his life. And yeah, currently just, I guess, them, you know, trying to survive the journey ahead. But it does follow the game story, the movie story, like, in a way. Because you basically have these scenes where they actually have Ian McKellen narrate and yeah, talk to you what's actually currently happening, and what's like your current part in the story. But to showcase that, I can just replay the last cutscene about the Dunedain.
This realm is far more dangerous than you can imagine, Bellathor. The elves guard their ancient ruins and patrol these hills, but their numbers dwindle. The only other force able to offer resistance is a small band of Dunedain rangers. They are the survivors of a fallen kingdom, yet still silently defend these lands. For now, huge wargs roam the countryside. They will slay many who are innocent of the danger, unless you lend the rangers your aid.
Indeed, Sir Iron. And yeah, it's exactly that. It's like the story of a movie, though it's more like it starts more like during the events of a second movie, I would say. I mean, maybe like the end of the first, I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely the view of the side characters, but you get to like all these iconic places, you know. You get to Moria and you fight the Balrog. You get to Helm's Deep and you participate in a fight there. You also get to the last, fight at Minas Tirith. But also like to more like smaller places and stuff. And while all of this happens, you have like these, you know, movie scenes which kind of like give you feeling for what happened there again. So yeah, it's really cool for, you know, if you just want to like scratch that Lord of the Rings movie itch, and if you're also a fan, of course, of like, you know, turn-based RPGs, because the game actually does surprisingly well. Like, I would say this is even a better turn-based RPG than the South Park games, in terms of like mechanics and like how you can learn abilities and stuff like that. You want to watch the movie again? Similar of tourism, but without having to actually travel. Kind of like that. But yeah, I also looked it up again, and apparently those characters are not canon. So they created the characters for the game. Apparently. But you do meet movie characters in the game. Like you meet Gandalf, Aragorn, and others. Alright, so we went up here. Let's go down there. Ah, never mind. We came this way. So there was another path we didn't take up this way, I think. Let's have a look. But yeah, so Battle 4 would be like the protagonist so far of the game. But what's kind of cool is that whenever you unlock a new character in the team, you can just go ahead and switch to the character. I kind of like Elagos because of the cloak and stuff. Save for 18. Welcome, mate. It's going good. Yeah, we just started this wonderful game. Another blast from the past. How's it going for you, dude? Probably, I guess the Tolkien estate wouldn't have allowed them to take additional characters from the books, since the original license is only for film adaptations or something. The Tolkien estate has been quite strict. Ah, I see. Yeah, that could definitely be the case there. And yeah, it is. It's like PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. I used to play this on the GameCube back in the day for 18, and that's what I'm currently playing it on, like the emulator. And yeah, I think it's like 2004 or 5. You'll be actually intrigued. You'd never been that interested in Lord of the Rings games, but it doesn't look bad for being that old. And you do like turn-based combat from your Final Fantasy days. Oh yeah, this game is gets a lot of comparison to Final Fantasy, and I think it really does that system like quite well. Not that I know that much about turn-based games, but in my opinion, you know, it's well executed. Fighting pretty good. Going to relax and wondering how much Odyssey you played today, whether you finished episode 3. Ah, so you're almost at the end of your playthrough then. What did you think of Fate of Atlantis so far? Yeah, that's basically the game, Kobe. Slightly better than Curse of Pharaohs, at least there's the explanation to for witness in that it's ISO and Apple technology. I mean, they do kind of try to explain it. DSC. All the Varks taken care of. Alright, let's get strength to 25 and spirit to 17. Alright, so currently we are in Eregion. This is the only current active quest we have, apparently. Galatio's people crafted many great artifacts and weapons containing ancient powers. Collect these to keep them from orc hands.
What brings you to this place, Ranger?
I will tell you, but first we must make our way to one of the elves' healing altars.
Yeah, let's go up here first. Of course, that's a safe point.
Ah, I see you have found our campsite. And yes, we did shelter here from Saruman, but to no avail. His spies spotted us miles away. But we pressed on, forsaking the easy southern route for a more dangerous passage over the mountains. But the White Wizard held other plans, and that route was denied us. Know this, Gondorian. We are not far ahead of your brave company.
Okay, so it's definitely during the first movie then. But yeah, it's just before Moria. Krabbin from Dunland. It's great, all the references and like crossovers to the movies. Eregion is west of the Misty Mountains. I see. Dead. Damn. It did some damage. Kid Elegos. Ihr Schweine. pay. Pass with my head for this. Okay, these guys are dirty. Eligos is still good apparently. Alright, so 4 battle 4, we're gonna increase dexterity. And for Itrio we're gonna increase spirit fervor. And actually we can just save the game and get some health back, I think. Yeah. Hold on. Maybe there's something up here then that I miss. Yep. For battle 4, a third age of Lothlorien Ring of Spirit Warding. The gift of a woodland elves often given to travelers. Let's actually go ahead and use one of the perfect mode abilities. We have the arrow volley. So yeah, those perfect mode abilities you can only use every once in a while, because using regular abilities will like kind of reduce the cooldown on that. But yeah, I won't be able to use it for like a couple fights at least. Hey Versider. Yeah, this game so good. and Piercing Might. That damage. 478. Don't stand a chance. Yeah, I better don't save it too loud because we're gonna have quite a few enemies that's gonna be a lot tougher. Especially if I think forward to the Olifants in the last chapter. Because they are just insanely strong. Which makes sense, you know, because they're also super strong in the movies. Like they just stomped the entire army of riders. If you never played this game personally, you actually never knew this was a game. I mean, that's completely fair, you know, because with those types of game especially, it's easy to, you know, not really have a second look, I guess. Kobe Olifants, Mr. Frodo. No one at home's gonna believe this. I love that scene. You know, it's kind of like a small moment of joy for Sam and Frodo, you know, in a very difficult time. That's what I like about Sam especially. You know, he's always like trying, or most of the time he's trying to find like the positive in like dark situations. Some AP. Fun fact, your girlfriend is a Lord of the Rings nerd, and you know nearly nothing about the series. Dude, definitely go ahead to watch the movies at some point. Do it with your girlfriend. I'm sure she would love that. And it shows him again how big and strange the world outside of the Shire is, even after already being through a lot. That's true as well, you know. Definitely. We got Dunedain 10 leather under braces for Elegost. You just never got into the series, but told her she can show you the ropes of the series, and she never seen your favorite series, so you will show her. Ah, that's fair, Waffle. So is your favorite series The Fast and the Furious? Or what's your favorite waffle?
What are you doing?
You want to be sure they're good and dead. Some are mighty hard to kill.
Not even these sacred places are safe.
How do I know I can trust this one?
I vouch for him. In the name of the Lady of the Galadrim.
That is good enough for me.
And how do I know I can trust you? Where did you get those wounds?
At the hands of a Mordor orc, whose life I intend to shorten considerably. In the pass of Gahadras, we were attacked by goblins. We slew all but the orc, who escaped with something of great value to me.
Who is this wee ranger?
I was in the company of a dwarf. A friend, actually.
And what did this orc take from you?
You helped me slay him, and you shall find out.
You rangers from the north are full of riddles. And who are you to speak for a ruler of elves?
You must help me return to Lothlorien and warn the Lady Galadriel of these dangers. Then you will know all.
We should find one of the enemy's altars. After what I did to him, that orc will be in need of healing himself.
Come, Gondorian. We shall attend to my matters in due course.
Quest completed. Find an elf healing altar. Enter new epic scene. Spirit powers. Elf spirit powers remain bound in craft and hidden in places.
Yes, you have found a place where the ancient spirits of air, fire, earth, and water who once graced this world may still be found. Some beings glide through the airs around you, timeless and wise. Mighty forces also stir the deep and can still be called upon in times of great need. Powers of fire and light bring life to this realm and are held by the wise as the most potent and dangerous forces. And great spirits of the earth yet animate the living wood of this world, for it too breathes the mystery of life. Elves are the keepers of this wisdom and guardians of this ancient force, for make no mistake about it, bound within their craft, their weapons, and their very being is some small measure of the gods, a living gift that has endured through many ages. Find it and use it wisely, for it contains power beyond measure.
Damn, that was my favorite cutscene so far. I love those transitions. Kind of the topic is cool, spirit powers. Yeah, the voice acting is really not bad, is it? It's actually quite good. Definitely enjoy that about this game as well. Like, you know, it's believable. So the Silmarillion is kind of a history book Bible of Middle-earth. It introduces the gods and what has happened in the ages past. Ah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, if like really nerd and like so interested in of the lore, that could definitely be a great thing to gift or something like that to a Lord of Rings nerd. I have to keep that in mind. Bracelets made from the finest quality leather in Arnor. Although you would say Fast and Furious is your number one and your favorite TV show is Top Gear. That's definitely fair, dude. It's been a while since I watched Fast and Furious. We actually talked about potentially watching that on like a movie night sometime when I played Underground 2. F-stones are elven artifacts that can improve attributes, skills, and resistances. Each character can equip up to 4 elf stones. Yeah, that's no verse or waffle. I can send you some other parkour clips if you like, if you wanna watch more of that. e.g. when they say a Barak of Morgoth in a movie, they are referring to the god Melkor Morgoth, who is kind of the Lucifer figure of this world. One of the mightiest beings turned evil, who made orcs and Baraks, and whom Sauron was actually a servant of. Really? I had no idea the Barak was, you know, that big of a deal. But that explains a lot, you know. Also why he's like so feared by all the, I think, is it goblins that are in Moria waiting? Yeah, to be honest, I haven't really watched the new ones, Waffle. I mainly stick with like the first ones up until like Tokyo Drift. It's kind of like the old school movies so far. 1 out of 4 artifacts found. Cracked Elfstone of Action Enhancement. Slightly increases action point value. Okay, I'm gonna give this to Elegos, I think, because he has the lowest AP so far. Yeah, that's true as well. Like Tokyo Drift is quite late into the story, isn't it? Like chronologically.
So tell us, Ranger, what happened back there in the pass?
It was a bewitched fight, voices echoing down from the mountains. Then lightning struck all around us. The dwarf fought like one possessed, but a landslide carried him away. Before he fell, he gave me a map, presented to him by Elrond of Rivendell as a gift of friendship. But I could not withstand the dark powers that ruled the mountain that night.
Whoa! Damn, man!
While I
Look
lay
at
there
that! Look!
burning, that Mordor orc ripped the map away and fled down the mountain. That map revealed the location of the secret entrance to a forgotten realm.
Moria.
Yes, the greatest city of the dwarves, whose location was lost during the Great Wars, and whose halls are rumored to still be stalked by a terrible monster.
And what of the dwarf?
If that map leads us to Moria's hidden gate, I expect we shall find him nearby. It will take more than a few goblins to stop that dwarf.
Welcome back, Levy. How's it going? I hope you're feeling better with your headache. There are these things called Ainur, who are divided into Valar and Maya. Melkor is a Valar, Sauron, Baraks, and actually Gandalf are also Maya, or at least of a similar status. Damn, that's really interesting, you know, that like Gandalf also is like one of those beings. Makes sense, though. But yeah, I had like no idea. Of what goes 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 3, 7, 8. Ah, right, so Tokyo Drift is like the third last the chronology, even though it's been the third movie to be made. Or was it? I think it was. Oh, I just asked them if it was goblins that were in Moria, you know, that were like afraid of the Balrog. But the game kind of confirmed that already, I think. At least Edegos just talked about the goblins in Moria. I wasn't sure, you know, which, I guess, creatures they actually are. Ah, I see, Levi. Well, I hope you're gonna get some, you know, get better soon and feel better. Hope you can have the other wizards for Maya, who was sent to Middle-earth as Istari to aid the people of Middle-earth. Interesting. So I guess that's what makes Saruman's betrayal even more dramatic, I guess. Because it was his, I guess, his like profession to, I don't know, help the people. Although they filmed it when they did, since they had the cast in Japan for an event, and they decided, let's just do it now. Ah, I mean, that's fair, you know, just do it like spontaneous. You don't need to apologize for talking about that at all, Levi. I'm glad you do, and you know, share it. Because it's important to kind of, at least I think it's important, if you're feeling bad, you know, that you have like, someone to talk about it. Kopi, you're not sure either orcs or goblins. Tolkien doesn't always make a clear distinction of them. But you think they're orcs. Ah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure, you know, if there was like a distinction or not. Moria's past. To travel to the elves, Battleform must first enter Moria.
I will lay open to you Moria's secrets, and they are many. Khazad-dûm, the greatest of dwarven halls, lies along an old elven road that carried trade between Hollin and Moria. At the walls of Moria, invisible dwarf doors bar western entry. Even their own creators cannot find them if their secret is forgotten. But should the gates be mastered, the mazes of halls and tunnels within the mountain are vast. And the 4-day journey to the other gate will not be an easy one, should foul creatures still prowl those halls. If I were you, I would track our party and follow behind, should we master the gates of Moria.
Man, I wanna watch the movies again. Every time I play this game, I wanna watch the movies, and every time I watch the movies, I wanna play this game. It's like, you know, reverse effect. If you think you used to watch The Lord of the Rings about once a week when you were younger? Oh, you did? Movie night? Yeah, we could. I mean, technically we still have the Lord of the Rings, you know, watch through going on tomorrows. But, you know, that doesn't mean we can't do it again. I guess. You know, there's always time for Lord of the Rings. But yeah, we can plan that maybe like in the next week or so. Or when did you guys think about, did you guys want to start today or what? Next weekend for watch through. Sounds good. without any pauses, just like straight up the entire trilogy. But seriously though, I would definitely be up to watch the entire trilogy, like extended cut and stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and give Eligos some action points. Same for Ichio. And better for. Hope let's all spend Valentine's Day together and live vicariously through Aragorn's and Arwen's romance. Yeah, it sounds like a good plan. Alright, that's also what they say in the movie, isn't it? It's kinda cool how you have like all of these, you know, items from the movies and books. Kingsfall, Lembas, Leaf of Otobi, Endbark, Endrod File, Longbottom Leaf, Elf Medicine, Kingsfall Leaves, Leaves of Lembas, Leaves of Otobi, Back of Otobi, Chopitmat, Slime of Offfank, Gogger of Ash, Defy Shadow File, and yeah, that's it. And that isn't even like all of items that we have or can get. Why is Otobi in a bag? Oops. Went wrong way. Plain of Gorgoroth is the place between the gates of Mordor and Barad-dûr, if you remember correctly. Interesting. It's good to have you here, Kobe, as like my Sean Hastings of Lord of the Rings. You're basically my database. Successfully using a skill in battle and skill points that are automatically applied to learning the next skill in the same category. Use the skill menu to select the skill in each category that you would like to learn next. Definitely Kobe knows everything. Yeah, Kobe has like lots of knowledge about the lore of Lord of the Rings, that's for sure. Way to go. Let's have a look here. We got the battered steel helm for Battle for. A helm for a suit of travel-worn Gondorian armor. Be you try, and if you don't know for sure, you can start the Tolkien Gateway or the one wiki to rule them all. If you only know weird stuff about completely useless things, especially fashion history and literature. I mean, that's definitely interesting topic, so. But yeah, I also like to accumulate knowledge in very niche, like, you know, topics or stuff. For sure. Yeah, it's good, you know, having some like-minded people regarding new stuff. Not everybody is necessarily interested in. Damage. I have a vast knowledge about the TV show Teen Wolf, don't ask. Yeah, I mean, you know, some TV shows are just, I don't know, very unique and interesting. That you just wanna like keep digging. I love to keep digging about like Scrubs actually, like watch like behind the scenes and like interviews with the actors about the show and stuff like that. But also Misfits is a show that I spend lots of time on, or like Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad also, like, there's like so many deleted scenes that like give more insight into what happens in the final cut. If you got really into it when the first season aired, and then went on a deep dive and rewatch it 2 times a year. Yeah, I would do this type of stuff as well. Like, you know, rewatch a show over and over again. To be honest, if a show's really good, you know, it doesn't matter how often you rewatch it, it's still fantastic. And what's good about those rewatches then is that you can, you know, pay a lot more attention to like those small details, you know, that you don't really catch on the first watch. And I love that type of stuff, you know, kind of like, I wouldn't say necessarily like analyzing all the scenes, but kind of, I guess, being more aware, you know, to what like happens in the background sometimes, or, you know, what's like potentially hinted to a future thing happening, stuff like that. Could be Teen Wolf, you watched some episodes of that back then. So to be honest, I'm not sure if I have ever seen Teen Wolf. What is Teen Wolf about? That name kind of sounds familiar, but that's all I can say currently. We love Misfits, by the way. Yeah, Levi, it's a really unique show, you know. And also the cast is just also the cast and the characters really make it, I guess. Also like all those probation workers. Get our probation worker again. One of 2 light altars cleared of enemies. Nice. We got the Gondorian Steel Greaves, Chafferborn Steel Riding Greaves. Nice. It's about a high school student who gets bitten by a werewolf, and it contains hot people. That's fair. I mean, that's all you need to have, right? Bit of horror and bit of sex. Effie, they never wear shirts, and there's a lot of fighting going on. That's fair. They have to fight like weird creatures. It sounds horrible, but it's really entertaining. yeah, I don't know, maybe I have to give it like a watch like a trailer or like some scenes. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it though. I mean, at least seen with explanation, I don't think I have. Correct Epson of health enhancement. Nice. So we should give this to Idril. It was so fun to remember the sidekick dude, he was hilarious, wish you could remember their names. In the 5th season they introduced the Dread Doctors, that was freaking amazing. Is it like on Netflix or something? Did I miss something? I wonder. I don't think I did. Yeah, we've been here. Ah, it's on Netflix, okay. Yeah, maybe I have to watch the next days or so. Like, a peek into it. Got 3rd Age Dunedain Brooch of Arnor for Elagos. Lembas. Cool. Alright guys, let's have a save. If you love how no one could pronounce his real name and they just called him Stouts. Okay guys, so unfortunately, I'm out of time at this point because I gotta start cooking now, so we can actually eat in time today. But I will be online later on the Animus project, where we're gonna be playing some AC3, so if you guys are still awake by then or available, I will be up then again. But thank you also so much for coming by and joining for a bit of Need for Speed and the start of Lord of the Rings, the 3rd Age. I'm not yet sure when the next stream of this will be, because I plan on doing Tuesday definitely AC, maybe also Wednesday, but I think by Thursday we're definitely gonna come back to this and Need for Speed again. That's the worst, guys. Thank you all for being here. And also cheers for the shoutouts, Kobe. I appreciate it. But yeah, let's have a look on Twitch to see who's online, so we can start a little raid here. Alright, so we have Lucinda playing Skyrim, Meek playing Fallout New Vegas, we have Morrow playing also Skyrim, and we have Jay playing Valhalla. And a couple other people playing as well. So lots of options. I haven't traded Jay in a good while, and he doesn't stream that often when I am finishing my stream. So to kind of show him some support back because he rates me quite a lot. Let's go ahead and check out how Jay's doing with Valhalla. I'm actually quite curious because he just did a major thing in the story. So yeah, I want to see how that's been treating him. But yeah guys, I hope you have a great evening and maybe catch you later over at the Animus Project.